CQDX, CQDX, CQDX. This is Havana calling. CQDX, CQDX, CQDX. This is Radio Havana calling all shortwave listeners and radio amateurs. Welcome to... DXers Unlimited, Radio Havana's weekly feature dedicated to the fascinating world of radio communications.
Hola amigos, more reasons for the very poor propagation conditions of the medium frequency and high frequency bands. Geomagnetic conditions have reached moderate storm levels on a planetary level, a K factor of 6 for the 6 to 9 UT period today, 11 September. The storm is due to the enhanced solar wind parameters associated with the coronal hole high-speed stream, while the solar wind gradually increased from 370 kilometers a second at noon 10 September to values near 610 kilometers per second at 10 UT today, 11 September. Now, more Radio Havana related information useful for planning your on-the-air activities, amigos. The DXEC country entity report, according to the AR cluster network for the week on Sunday 2nd September through Sunday 9th September, there were 260X countries or entities on the air on the monitored amateur bands. I am Arnaldo Arnicoro, your host here at the middle of the week edition of DXers Unlimited, and now our next news item. A number of handheld FM transceivers capable of transmitting on frequencies beyond the 2 meters and 70 centimeters bands are being banned by several frequency management authorities around the world. The usually very low-cost dual-band FM handy-talkies are considered a menace because they can be easily reprogrammed to operate on the public services frequencies, causing harmful interference. Banning those services is achieved by placing them blacklists kept by customs authorities on the countries where they are no longer allowed to be imported. QSL on the air, CC QSL on the air to DXers Unlimited listeners that have asked to keep the high frequency band propagation updates at the end of the show, on every program. Don't worry amigos, from now on, whenever possible, our Nicolo's high frequency plus low band VHF propagation updates will be on the air at the end of the show. In the next news item, sponsored by the International Telecommunications Union, the ITU, the Specialized Holders United Nations Agency, a worldwide research project that is measuring the radio frequency spectrum noise levels, will provide valuable information about this severe problem that has a negative impact, tremendously negative impact on the use of radio telecommunication systems that are vital in today's world survival. Some of the worst radio broadband noise levels measured at several megalopolis, super big cities like Mexico City, New York, London, Shanghai, Tokyo, Moscow, and Paris are showing that the AM medium wave broadcast band services are becoming absolutely useless at the present transmitting stations' power levels used. The actual effective service area originally planned for many AM broadcast stations since 1959 have proven to be practically useless due to the poor signal-to-noise ratios prevailing on the 530 to 1700 kHz frequency range. That's the AM broadcast band worldwide. Now in an almost fixed track is going to impact the U.S. East Coast as a Category 4 or even possibly Category 5 storm, the most powerful one to reach that part of the continental United States in more than 60 years. Amateur radio operators located in the affected areas as well as others around the first skip high-frequency coverage area are already deploying their emergency communication stations to help whenever possible. It is expected that the record-breaking winds will produce considerable damage to the telecommunications and broadcasting facilities and infrastructure. As it happened last year in Texas during Hurricane Harvey, the cell phone networks went down even before the full blast of Hurricane Harvey had hit the area. making the use of amateur radio imaging systems essential for responding to life-saving operations requiring air evacuation from flooded, isolated areas. Ham radio worked very well during those reports. Number 94 is here. Yes, amigos, the number 94 way of enjoying our spare time by means of our radio and TV hobby is here with us. It is known as amateur digital transmission of television, capable of high-definition transmissions on amateur radio frequencies. For the delivery of TV signals, there are several methods in use, including cable, satellite, terrestrial, internet streaming, and of course, each delivery system has its own advantages and disadvantages. As a result, practical result, different digital encoding mechanisms are used for each method. The cable, satellite, and terrestrial or use radio frequency carriers, while satellite and terrestrial are truly over-the-air radio frequency bands. As radio amateurs, we use over-the-air radio frequency transmission bands to communicate. In the early days of digital television, around the year 2000, some PTV hams were experimenting with using satellite TV equipment, the FTA-3-2-ER systems. The work was primarily on the 23 centimeter or 1.2 gigahertz band. The normal amateur radio environment is really over-the-air one, terrestrial radio frequency transmissions with radio waves being sent horizontally over the Earth's surface. The major issues encountered with such radio waves is the presence of multipath radio frequency interference and very weak signals to deal with. Multipath refers to multiple radio frequency signals bouncing off of various reflectors such as hills, buildings, etc., and arriving at the receiving antenna with various different time delays. In the days of analog television, this was readily arrested by the presence of ghost signals on the TV screen. You saw one or two or three ghosts on the same image. DTV, digital TV transmission in a cable TV environment is RF transmission in an almost perfect environment. It is almost perfect echo-free due to the efforts made by the cable operators to keep very low visual sounding wave ratio. Thus, the digital modulation method for cable TV doesn't need to make many corrections for its good environment. Terrestrial radio frequency transmission is, by the way, the worst possible RF environment. It must deal with multipath radio frequency interference and weak signals and still deliver a perfect digital TV picture, which is perfectly possible if you do things correctly. Here in Cuba, our national television system uses a highly efficient DTMBT-T that has proven to be more reliable than the ATSC different systems variants used in the USA. So far, Cuban radio amateurs have used analog television transmissions using several slow-scan television modes that prove to be very effective, sending still photos of hurricane-affected areas to the Civil Defense Command post all over the island using 2 meters FM and high-frequency signal sideband transmissions. Perfect transmissions of digital images, one by one, still photos. This is Radio Havana Cuba, amigos. The name of the show is DXers Unlimited. It's on the air twice weekly. I'm your host, Arnaldo Nicolo, and here's our next Radio Havana item for today. It's about the really amazing results achieved by minimalist amateur radio stations using minimum part count receivers and transmitters. Starting with a dual triode tube in a glass envelope, the radio receiver was designed to work on the 40 meters band, amateur band, using high impedance headphones. The first triode is a detector, and the second one works as an audio amplifier. The radio tunes just from 7,000 to 7,150 kHz only. It has good sensitivity and uses very common electronic parts that you can find many of them by recycling equipment. It uses a low voltage power supply that is also easy to build and very safe to operate. The transmitter first option uses a quartz crystal control and a single power tetrode or petrol vacuum tube, typically 606 or 687, that when fed from a voltage double power supply will easily provide between 2 and 5 watts into the simple half-wave coaxial-fed dipole antenna, typical of many amateur radio stations. For a local amateur that is a QRP low-power radio enthusiast, so my minimalist station, he said, and I could agree with him, that is a simplified version of the famous World War II Paraset. It took the circuit diagrams and photos to duplicate the set. And now, amigos, at the end of the show, our Nicolo's high-frequency propagation update, 0 sunspot, a blank solar disk with very low solar activity, solar flux around 70 units, and a geomagnetic storm in progress. As predicted, a moderately strong G2 class geomagnetic storm was underway on September 11th as a stream of high-speed solar wind buffets the Earth's magnetic field. This morning in Alaska, amazing auroras covered all of the sky, according to reports received from Fairbanks, Alaska. Send your single reports and comments and Radio Havana questions about this program to info@enet.cu or via email to Arnie Coro, Radio Havana Cuba, Havana, Cuba.
And that's all for today. This is Arnie Coro, Radio Amateur CO2KK, your host here at Radio Havana's DXers Unlimited, saying 73 and very good DX.
Thanks, Arnie. Arnie Coro with DXers Unlimited, heard twice a week here on Radio Havana Cuba, the midweek edition, which is right now, and, of course, the weekend edition, heard on Sundays and Mondays, UTC days, here on RHC, Radio Havana Cuba.